Dancing on the ceiling sounds like a lot of fun when Lionel Richie sings about it. Unfortunately, the reappearance of yet another debilitating US debt ceiling standoff has given investors a sinking feeling. Markets have long assumed that the rebels will inevitably fold, as they did in 2011 and 2013. Treasury bonds have been rallying in recent weeks, and bills have even traded at negative yields as more fundamental forces like supply and demand have favoured government securities. There is an election cycle on the horizon, and the political winds currently favour insurgents, adding a frisson of uncertainty over the latest instalment of Washington's most pointless drama. Exiting House Speaker John Boehner has yet to cobble together a temporary raising of the $18 trillion debt ceiling before he leaves at the end of the month. That leaves little time before November 3rd, when the US Treasury reckons it will run out of money to cover even one day of expenses. The small but dangerously real risk of an accidental default has begun to ripple discreetly through bond markets. The yield of the Treasury bill that matures in November 19 jumped to a high of 13 basis points this week, as we can see from this chart, despite the ravenous demand for dwindling bill supply from money market funds. On Thursday, the Treasury even scrapped a 2-year bond sale scheduled for next week, on concerns it could not be settled ahead of the November 3rd drop-dead date, and officials have ramped up the rhetoric. Despite public protestations, the US government could in extremis turn to radical solutions, such as minting $1 trillion coin to deposit at the Fed to avert the potential financial apocalypse of a US default. But the challenge for investors is how to correctly price in the extremely slim but not inconsequential danger of a catastrophic mishap. For now, the impact has only mildly affected Treasury bills coming due around and soon after November 3rd. It makes perfect sense for investors not to panic. Sense will probably prevail, and a temporary fudge will probably be found.